Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to learn design patterns. Design patterns is a concept for programming language. We use design patterns to fix common occurring problems. If you look at the definition of design patterns are reusable solutions to common problems that occur in software design. They are the best practice that experienced developers have refined over the time to solve recurring design issues. So if you're a fresher, you may not need much details about design patterns, but if you are experienced person, you should know design patterns, various types of design patterns, how each design pattern works, and we need to derive the best design pattern for our coding. So as I said, design patterns is a solution for recurring problems. And this design pattern is not specific to Java, Python, C++, or .NET. It's like a object oriented level core concept, abstract idea. So we can use this any design pattern we can implement with any different language. I can implement one design pattern with Java, Python, Ruby, other languages. So it's like a design level idea. So the key characteristics of design patterns are four. So means why we use design patterns, which means there are four ideas, four level we can validate. One, reusability. Without design patterns, we may write code, similar code, multiple places at multiple classes in a project. We can drill down, trim that particular duplicate code by implementing design patterns. So I would say a reusability of the code we can improve by using design patterns. And also, if you know the design pattern, if you implement design patterns into your project, we can organize our code, classes, interfaces, packages much better. Finding the classes, finding the interfaces, methods much more easily by implementing design patterns. Scalability. So in the project development, we keep on adding new features, fixing the bug, maintaining it. So either you add new functionality or new classes, new interfaces, or trim or fix the existing source code. So design patterns help us to scale our application rather changing much, disturb the project much. That's called scalability. Efficiency again, it's like a design level thing. So by using design patterns, we can reuse the code, maintain the code, scale the code, and we can have the efficiency. And also we can improve the compile time, maintainability, all other aspects of the code if we implement design patterns. Whenever there is a possibility in your code, add the design pattern. Choose the right design pattern, implement your project. Uh, Usually, we would categorize design patterns in three types: creational design patterns, structural design patterns, behavioral design patterns. By looking at the meaning, we can derive the answer or usability. Creational patterns or creational design patterns mostly, okay, I would say other way, I would say there are some design patterns we categorize them as creational design patterns, which means these design patterns mostly deal with creation of an object. Suppose there is object is already available. Why should we create new object? Let's use the same object, existing object. Or you want to create a new object from the same object, copy it from existing. That's called creational design pattern type. Sometimes you need to create a object in a complex way. We can use builder. So as I say, creational design pattern has some different types of design patterns. For one is singleton, which is very famous, factory method, abstract factory, builder, and etc. So these all comes under creational design patterns. Now structural design patterns means, as I said, in the project we will have a lot of source code, classes, interfaces, enums, packages. So these design patterns allow us to how we can structure our classes, our interfaces, and how these classes high level interact with each other. So, and also rather creating same classes, how we can cut down, design each class like a structured way. Think about creating an object or pushing a data into database. We have few classes, how we can group together in a structured way. So structural design pattern, we have adapt, bridge, composite, decorate, etc., etc. We are going to discuss them in upcoming classes. Next, behavioral pattern. So behavioral design pattern is like a specific to the behavior. I mean, if you look into the each specific class interface, we optimize such a way that actually how we can improve our classes, the behavior of an object, what it's doing, so specific to the behavior. So for that particular solutions, we use some behavioral patterns. So we have chain of responsibility, command, iterator, all these design patterns. So when we deal with the pattern or behavior of a functionality or class, we go with the behavioral design patterns. We are going to discuss more about this behavioral design patterns in upcoming classes.